Well, what's happening, everybody? Got the coffee. You make sure you have some coffee. Got the Bucky's cup. I hope y'all have had a wonderful day. We've had a nice day here. Not the best weather. We got kind of overcast, a little bit cool. The wind's picking up. We got some pretty good weather coming to us the next couple of days. Not just us. When I say us, I mean all of you and us. I think it's pretty well going to cover the United States. Most of it anyway. Going to be some high winds and rain and probably some tornadoes. Now I watch Ryan Hall, y'all. Come on.
You didn't get in school.
Anyway, she's gonna go get her stool. And let me find Ryan Hall. Let me find him on here. I watch him. Anytime the weather's gonna get crazy, I go to Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall, y'all. Let me find his channel. Let me share that with you. So this is his page right here, Ryan Hall, y'all. And he's well, I don't know if he's a meteorologist. If he's not, he should be. I don't know if he's school trained. He can interpret the weather and all the stuff and everything, but I don't know if he's actually a school trained meteorologist. I would say yes, but I don't know for sure. And then he's got people that help him out and work with him, and storm chasers and all that kind of stuff.
Oh.
And he will keep you informed on the weather. He will zero down to a street. If there's a tornado, he'll zero down pretty much to a street. You know, if you're in this street, you need to be ready. Get to your safe place. And he'll stay live for 6, 7, 8 hours. No commercials, no anything. That's what I like about it. You know, where your local news, they'll cut to a commercial or they might go back to a show that's going or something. He stays with you till the threat's gone. So that's our go-to guy, Ryan Hall, y'all. He probably subscribes to our channel.
Hey, Tim. Hey, Paul.
Hey, Tim. Hey, Paul. I'm just now seeing the chat pop up there. But anyway, that's our weather guy. That's who we go to when the weather's getting rough. He'll keep you informed.
I'm freezing now.
Really? It's not that cold.
I am. Don't say it.
I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
Hey, so some of y'all know we've been streaming our bird feeder in the morning. I've been doing 2 hours every morning. I've gotten to where I kind of start at 7 o'clock and I go till 9. And some of y'all have come and watch. We're getting a fair amount of viewers, and we're also getting a fair amount of birds. Today was pretty active this morning. And a couple of days ago,
there was more on the ground. I was sitting here watching them out the window.
So y'all don't see that part. When they're up there on the feeder and they're, doing their thing, they're knocking it off. And it's all on the ground. Well, we'll have 3 or 4 or 5 birds down on the ground eating the seeds that's on the ground. What? You was looking down at the ground where I'm pointing?
No, I'm looking in your cup.
Oh, I got plenty. It was full.
No, it wasn't. I know better.
It was.
You don't fill your cup up. I know.
I filled it up to about right there. And then I've been drinking it.
Okay, whatever.
So
Paul likes Ryan Hall.
Yeah,
y'all.
Look, I like Ryan Hall, y'all. And I don't even know how I found him, but I found him somehow.
Your brother-in-law?
Probably a couple of years ago.
Brother-in-law.
Did my brother-in-law tell me about him? I thought we told the brother-in-law about him.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if we stumbled across him or if somebody told us about Ryan Hall, but once we found him, that was it. All right, Orphan Kitten Rescue. Hey, Miss OKR. How about I just say OKR and then I don't have to say
How about just
Orphan
Miss
Kitten
OK?
Rescue? Oker.
Because I can't hardly see the R.
I believe it says rescue.
Because can you exit off of that?
No.
Oh, that's
Unless I do the paid version, then I can take that off of there. So what she's
Oh.
talking about, I don't know if y'all can see it, but the Restream logo was covering part of the rescue up. And to take that Restream logo off there, you have to have the paid version. Restream has two different versions, a paid and a non-paid. We don't think we need the paid version yet. We might get there one of these days. Hey, if we get to be as big as Georgie and Coop and Skipper and all them, we might get the paid version. So back to the bird feeder. Our channel, we have 900 and some odd subscribers, and we're short on the 3,000 hours watch time. We're trying to get to that by that much. And I thought I would put the bird feeder. I kind of got the idea from the other channel that's playing his chickens. And I said, well, maybe I'll do the bird feeder for a little while.
Well, actually, before you started streaming it, you were trying to get it to stream just on the computer.
Yeah.
Not necessarily on YouTube.
Yeah. It was
finally figured it out.
It was a process to be able to get that feeder streaming on YouTube. I have to go through 2 or 3 different devices and use Restream to be able to make it work. But we've had it on for a few days now. A couple of days ago, we even named some birds. So if you come in and watch, you'll see the birds. And today, when a bird landed, I tried to pop their name.
We need followers too. Orphan.
Yeah, we need some more. Orphan Kitten Rescue says they need followers.
Let's see.
So if you're not subscribed to Orphan Kitten Rescue, do it now.
I'm trying.
Like we are, because I don't think we are subscribed. I'm going to it now.
Let's see.
Orphan. I'm trying to find it now.
So go up here and search it here.
And I'm looking. I don't see it. I'm going to keep looking. If I find it, I'm going to share it with everybody because we all need to help each other. Is that Orphan Kitten Rescue? Is that the name of the channel? Just like you got it. Because I'm looking for it. I've typed it in that way and I'm not finding it. So help me out. She says she don't know what it is. well, I can't find it if you don't tell me what it is.
Well,
I want to share it, so go find it. And
I was going to subscribe, but
tell me exactly what it is so we can share it. And
Orphan Kitten Rescue Texas. Okay.
Is it all one word like that? I'm still looking for it.
Oh, maybe it would help me if I did it right.
Yeah, she's trying to do it right.
Did you find it?
Nope. Okay, she
You
says
put Texas on it.
I did. Orphan Kitten Rescue Texas, all one word. I've got that. I see an Orphan Kitten Rescue.
Man.
Yeah, I've got to get some mods on my channel so you guys can put that kind of stuff up there. Okay, Orphan Kitten Rescue Texas. I have not found it yet, but I'm looking for it. But anyway, everybody go subscribe to her channel.
Is that it?
Yep, it looks like it. Yeah, because that's the same picture.
Is that it? Can you see that? Is that it?
I'm telling you, that's it. That's the same picture.
174 subscribers. Is that what you got now? 175?
Orphan Kitten Rescue. I saw Orphan Kitten Rescue.
Look, here's some of the
Yeah. We got it. Yeah.
That's it.
That would two by. Okay, I got it now.
Got
All
it.
right, we got you now. Let's share that. There we go. So that's what you're looking for right there. So the actual name of the channel is Orphan Kitten Rescue Texas, all one word. But when it pops up, it would just say Orphan Kitten Rescue. Got 175 subscribers.
Did you hadn't subscribed?
I'm about to. And looks like you got 206 videos, and you can see my pointer. I'm a man of my word. Watch here. I'm fixing to hit that subscribe button. Boom. Now you got 176. So now what you can do is every morning at 7 o'clock, when I start my stream with my bird feeder, you can play that for you and let them watch. I'm sure they'll like watching the birds. So we did the bird feeder thing to help boost our hours. That's kind of why we were doing it. And I think
I bet you she could stream a bunch of kittens playing.
Probably. I think it's going to kind of take a life of its own. I'm going to have to do that every day. We're trying to figure out, now I can remotely do it when we're out of town, but we have to have internet. And OKR, if you have not subscribed to our channel, you need to subscribe now. We're trying to get our subscribers. We're at 923, 24, something like that. Of course, we're like everybody. We want to get to that 1,000. We took in a kitten. We sure did. We had one just showed up one day. It was a little small kitten.
She has her own monitor for that, watching birds.
Well, we will have from 7 in the morning. Now we're Central Time. We're in Mississippi. So our time, 7 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I start a little before 7. And we'll go till 9 o'clock. Well, thank you, OKR. We appreciate it. And we had good birds on there this morning. We got a couple of wrens. We got a red bird, a cardinal, a little black and white bird. What they call?
Chickadee.
Chickadee. And
Paul says we got 923.
923. We're getting there. Look, I can't thank the group enough. They've helped promote our channel and push it, and we've picked up a lot of subscribers. Quit showing my chin. My one hair is liable to pop out. I got but one. Anyway, we picked up a lot of subscribers because of their help, and we are very much appreciative.
So your kitty's name is Sally. Our kitty's name is Rosie.
Rosie. Oh, so you watched the birds this morning? Good. Very good group of people. They've been very nice to us. It was funny because we've been doing coffee with the Huffs for, I don't know, a long time, over a year, maybe even 2
Hey,
years.
Georgie.
We were doing it on Rumble.
Hey, Miss PJ.
And Skipper saw us over there, and he just jumped in and we started chatting. He said, "Hey, you need to come over and hang out with us." And he invited me over to join them on a live one day, and it went from there. We've had fun doing all this stuff, and y'all have helped. Georgie, look, Georgie, you're on vacation. You need to be out on the beach, cool drink in your hand. Harry. You don't need to be on the computer. I mean, we love having you here, but we know you're on vacation. You need to be out there just, vacationing and Hey, Harry, welcome in. Miss PJ. Miss PJ's been helping us name some birds in the mornings. And she watches what she can, but she has to go do other things. And bless her heart, she's so sweet to us. She leaves it running so we get the airtime. And we are happy for that. How is Panama City Beach, Georgie? Y'all having fun? Done got sand everywhere. That's right. You can't go to the beach without you bring sand home with you somehow. Oh, Tiny's taking a nap. Well, we're glad you dropped in to hang out with us a little bit.
She's asking, how do you get mods? We don't know.
You have to go into your settings in YouTube. I know that much. I looked at it this morning. It's not hard to do. I've not asked anyone on the group if they would be a mod for me, and I'm not going to put them in there until I have the chance to at least ask, make sure it's okay. Some people might not want to do it.
Ooh.
What?
Harry says he's got about 40 kitties or more.
40. Ooh. Well, we had one that kind of just showed up here, and she's a good little cat. She's a cat now. She's not a kitten anymore.
She's still a kitty.
Well, she's still got kitty in her. If you looked at her, you see a grown cat, but she's just now.
She's not a year old yet.
Well, I know, but she's big. She looks like a grown cat, but she still plays like a kitten.
She had one of my lizards today.
So we took her in, and I decided it's going to be an outside cat. So we left all her claws on her. We did take her, and we got her fixed
because I didn't want little kitties.
We don't want a bunch of kittens. About 3 weeks ago, I guess it was. We got her fixed. She's doing great.
We did bring her in when it was really cold.
When it was really cold, we brought her in, so we're good to her that way. And I got a shop out back, and I leave my roll-up door up about 3 or 4 inches, so she can get in my shop at night if she wants to get up in there and hide or sleep up in there, whatever she wants to do. So she has an indoor place she can get to 24 hours a day. It's inside my shop, but still, we don't leave her outside just unprotected. She has places she can go to get in. But so far, she's turning out to be a really good cat. And it looks just like Skipper's cat.
She so when we got her, we had to leave. We didn't have to. We left her inside for about a week.
Yeah, when she was little bitty.
When we first got her, when she first showed up, we did bring her in for about a week. She started using the litter box right away. And then when we did put her outside, and in the morning we'd get up and let her inside, and she'd go straight to the litter box.
Yeah, instead of
Crazy
doing her
cat.
business outside, she'd wait, come back in and go to the litter box. But we've since done away with the litter box. She's outside all the time now. Like the few nights it got down in the below 30, I fixed up another litter box and we brought her in for 2 or 3 nights while it was really cold. And then put her back out. And see, that's what I like about Georgia. She's always looking at all that stuff. Say, hey, y'all hit that like button.
I got that's 12 watching. I didn't hit the like button there. I did. Where do you see the likes?
I don't. Well, I'd have to bring it up. Let's see. I have to bring it up over here somewhere.
I show 9 likes.
9 likes? Well, I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I have to go to content.
13 watching.
13 watching, and we got 11 likes. Okay,
11.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now we've got everybody started talking about their cats.
Yeah.
That's fine with me. We'll talk about cats. Paul said he smashed that like button on the way in. Thank you, Paul. Well, we appreciate what all of you folks do with not just our channel, but all the channels, y'all. We've kind of started a little following here with all the channels, and everybody does a good job taking care of each other. So I've been working on my old truck. I need to take a picture of it one of these days and let y'all see. That's what I've been doing during the day. So some of your lives going on, I'm in and out. I'll come in and that is. Are we blurry on y'all's screens? It's not blurry on mine. It looks all right on your phone, huh? I might have to up our camera, get a.
It's kind of blurry, yeah.
Little blurry. We're going to get us a better camera. That's what we need to do. I've got the, I don't know, $30 Walmart camera. We're going to get us a better camera.
Hey, Karen.
Karen, I sent you an email today. I was going to see if you wanted to jump on with. You still can if you want to. I can email you the link and you can jump in live with us. Let me see. Blurry there. Okay. It's our must be our camera. I'm gonna get a better camera. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to copy the link. Can lower the stream to 720p. It will help. I don't know how to do that. You're probably right, but I don't know how to do it.
That's a new name. A couple of new names.
Chukers. Okay.
Sorry.
All right, Karen, I just sent a link if you want to join the stream. Send it to your email.
So how do you lower the to 7 whatever? How do you lower that
I
number?
don't know. I know you're asking him. All right. I'm seeing new names here. I'm sure most of y'all have been following our channel, but I have not seen. I don't think I've seen Wednesday before.
Oh.
Oh, where are the birds? I stream that for a couple of hours each morning, and I did that to increase our watch time. We need more watch hours on our channel, and it's turning out to be kind of a neat thing. Several people are coming in to watch it. It gets watched even after it's ended.
So look and tell you how to do it.
By different people, and it's actually, it's picking up some steam. It might end up being a permanent thing. What? Mm-hmm. It's right there too.
Mm-hmm.
Gremlin 1 is here.
Tiny said, smash the thumbs up.
Hit that thumbs up button. Heck yeah. What's on y'all's mind today? We're talking about what we've been doing. What's on y'all's mind? Georgie, what all did y'all do today? I know you didn't just stay on the beach all day.
That's what she said.
I don't know. Y'all been to any parks and go-kart riding and any of that kind of stuff? Karen, yes, I just sent a link in your email. That should bring you in.
Why are you looking at me? Mm-hmm.
We went Smokey and the Bandit were hungry this morning.
Yeah, one of them was real hungry.
So we got Smokey. I'm trying to remember all the names. We got Smokey and the Bandit. We got who all
Boss
did we have? We got Boss Hog. We got Daisy.
Daisy, that's what I keep saying.
We got Woody the Woodpecker. Oh, Jessica, we're sorry.
Man.
I understand, Georgie. Hey, give me some while you're in there, please. I drink it while I'm sitting here. So we went to the grocery store today, and we got 2 more king cakes because today's like the last day. She outrun them troopers. All right, Karen, I'm trying to find your books on Amazon. Okay, yeah, I'll resend it. Hang on. Paste. Okay. They getting the dogs excited in there. I'm sure y'all can hear all those toenails on the floor. Hey, Mercedes, how are you? All right, I'm trying to find some of Karen's books on Amazon. How did we find them the other day?
We typed it in.
Well, I've done that. She does hers about animals. See, I'm getting this Farina. That's not her name.
Well, you scrolling so fast you can't read.
I'm just looking at the pictures. If I don't see animals, I just keep going.
Well, I saw animals.
Where?
Type in her name.
Remember last name? I don't remember.
Arnes, I think.
In?
Yeah. Oh, Aanes. I spelt it wrong. I'm sorry, Karen.
Okay, now here we go. Got it. So, y'all, here's some of Karen's books. It's out there on Amazon. And we're going to order some for our granddaughter and have them drop ship to Alaska where she's at. But
Her birthday's coming up.
They're not all animals, but most of them. And they're very good, and they teach life lessons in a good way. And we're looking forward to getting some for our granddaughter.
It'll be for both of them.
Yeah, and our grandson.
Oh, no, that's your book.
No, that's...
There she is.
There she is. All right, Karen, are you ready to come in? I'm about to bring you in here. All right, we're getting there. Hang on.
Okay. Can you hear?
Should have went away. I can hear you. I'm sure they can hear you too.
Okay, just checking.
All right, there you are.
Yay!
Okay, we got you now. So, hey, now everybody say hello to Karen. I know
Hi.
y'all have all talked to her in the chat.
Yeah, anybody that's seen Karen's books, that's me, the good Karen.
That's right. Now we get to put a face with the name.
Yeah.
Karen and I talked a little bit, day before yesterday, wasn't it? We talked about doing this.
Yeah, a couple, 2 or 3 days ago, something like that. And I really appreciate that's very nice of y'all to do this.
Well, we want to do this. You might think about starting a channel to promote your books, and we'll try to help you with that.
Well, I thought about it. I'm still in the kind of, I don't know. Like I said, it's
not ready to jump off in the deep water.
I don't know
just yet.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I have the format of it, but I haven't done anything with it. I've done basically, like I said, I have a Facebook, which is author and then Karen Honest. And that has me reading the books and showing the books. And
now, Karen, I I don't remember where I read and looked at stuff, but I was looking at your stuff. You're not just some random writer. You've got a degree in like child psychology or something, don't you?
I have a degree in psychology, and I have what they call a thematic minor in sociology, early childhood development, and counseling.
See you later, Tim.
So basically, my background has to do with education and social services. So I worked with 12 welfare transition. I was a community coordinator for a Head Start program in our community, and ran workshops on how to teach people within the welfare transition how to do resumes and how to dress for success, how to get out there and get a job. And so I've had a little bit of everything. And for the first 10 years, when I was very, very young, I was a preschool teacher for many years. So
you've got the credentials, and that's what I wanted everybody to hear. I don't know that it makes a difference. Everybody on our group is going to support you anyway, but you never know.
Well,
I
I
just
know
want
little
people to know
kids. I definitely know little kids.
you've got the credentials for what you're doing, writing the books and everything.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
your education and your work experience. So
Right.
we're excited about it. We really are. We're gonna order some soon. We got birthdays coming up and all of that stuff.
Soon.
Yeah.
So,
But our grandchildren are in Alaska, so we'll just have them drop ship
wow.
Alaska.
My
they'll
books
get
are
'em.
pretty, they're short. They're only about 24 pages because they're for little young ones. And I have a bunch of them here, and they're all different things. And my main goal was a story about, things that little children could learn, like morals and kind of things like that, helping out and stuff. And then kind of cute and silly ones like this one. This one here is called The Caterpillar That Refused to Be a Butterfly. And so on a theme like this one, it's about he doesn't want to change. He doesn't like change. And that's what this is about. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to be a butterfly. I like being a caterpillar. And so there's like a different kind of theme, if you understand what I'm saying, with each book.
Yeah.
This
And
one was very popular. It sells a lot. The Hole in the Fence, which you've probably seen. And this is about a German Shepherd dog who's lonely and he's home all day and there's a hole in the fence and he keeps looking to see if another dog will move in next door and that kind of thing. So they're all kind of, This one is Reba Raccoon Interviews the Forest. What do you do to stay calm? So she talks to all the animals and she asks all the animals. So when you get upset, what do you do to calm down? So there's just different things that I kind of try to put down on their age range.
Sure.
So there's over 30 something of the children's books, but I originally started doing log books and journals and coloring books and things like that. But then I found my niche that I like this better. So there's about 30 something of just the kids books, in different things. So
I'm going to share. I'll share that first one because I've got Amazon pulled up.
oh, yep, there's the caterpillar one. Yeah.
Yeah, you pull that out. It's available on Amazon for $8.99. So
yeah,
they're not, you're not going to break the bank buying your books. I don't want people out there thinking it's a $25 or $30 book. It's very affordable.
No, they're all like book. Around $7.99, $8.99 basically. Yeah. And
I saw that.
Yeah, it's about the kind of the going rate for these now. And this one, When Griffin Found His Heart, that's about a koala bear. And the koala bear isn't very nice. And he doesn't treat his family very nice, even though they do everything for him. So then something happens to him and he ends up realizing how he appreciates his family. But they're not any, themes that are so deep that are hurtful. It's just, he hurts his foot skateboarding and now everybody has to take care of him and he realizes how appreciative he needs to be. So that kind of stuff. So, it's just, they're all funny. This one, I'll just show you a few. This is Toby Wants a New Nose. He's a pug and he has a flat nose. He wants a different nose because everybody else's nose looks better. So he kind of learns that there's nothing wrong with his nose. It fits his face, so that kind of thing. So
let me tell you a quick story. The one that hurt his foot and had to have help.
Yeah.
That happened to me when I was hang on, let me think. I was 7 years old. I had a bicycle wreck and my foot went into the spokes, and I had
Ooh.
a spoke, two spokes went all the way through my foot and broke everything in there. But anyway, long story short, I ended up in a cast, and I remember going to school. And when I got to school, I had crutches and all that, and I wasn't but 7, but I had 2 boys in the class that helped me out. And one of them moved off. I don't know whatever happened to him, but the other one I'm still friends with to this day.
Oh,
And
that's
I'll
good.
tell him about that sometimes, and he don't remember doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I remember, it was 2 people that helped me with books and stuff and helped me get around. I said, you were one of them. He don't even remember that, but I remember it. It left an impression on me.
That's right.
So that book, I can relate.
You can
to
relate.
That one. That might be one of the ones I buy.
Well, yeah. Well, Griffin, like I said, I try to pick different animals just for fun. But Griffin, his little sister wants, well, you want to play with me? No, I don't have time. And then friends, he's always trying to outdo his friends, and he's just not very appreciative until he realizes when everybody comes to take care of him, oh my goodness, look how many people care about me, and look how many people are helping me out, and how have I treated them, So yeah, it's kind of a little lesson there, so
Yeah.
but I enjoy trying to come up with this stuff, that is their level.
Lady Jen's asking how to find it on Amazon. So what you need to do on Amazon is search Karen and her last name Aines, Aanes. If you'll search that,
I think it says a different way.
am I pronouncing it wrong?
It's pronounced honest. It's
Karen
from Norway.
Honest, Aanes. I was just going to say, now you were born in Ireland, correct?
Yes, I was. I was born in Northern Ireland. Yes.
Now, how long did you live there before you came to the States?
Well, what happened is that
there's no accent.
No, I haven't had an accent for a long time. What happened is that my parents divorced, and there was an American who was working over there. He was an aerospace engineer, and he went over and he worked over in Ireland back and forth, and she met him, and they started dating. And eventually, when I was about 7 or 8, we moved over here. He was from Tennessee. And so I never got a super strong Tennessee accent because we constantly went back to Ireland, because that's where all my family was, on my mother's family and my biological father's family. So, but my mother, you're going to laugh at this. My mother kept her Irish accent, but she picked up a little bit of a Tennessee accent. So she would say things like, come over to our house, y'all. No one knew where she was from. They're like, what? So, but yeah, go ahead.
Do you still go back to Ireland on a regular basis?
I do not go on a regular basis anymore, but I used to go every summer, every holiday. I pretty much felt like I grew up in 2 countries, because my grandparents, my mother was the youngest of 10. So I had uncles and aunts. I had about 40 first cousins. My biological father honestly was abusive, and that's why my mother left. And so I didn't really see him. I was 12 when I last saw him, and I reconnected with him about 25 years later, just because I was wondering. I was raised as an only child, and I was curious to know if he had any more. And one of my aunts had said she saw him at a bus stop, and he had 3 children with him. So I found him and found out he had 5 more children. So I have 5 half siblings, and the last time I was there was several years ago at one of my sister's weddings. I went there for her wedding, and that was about the last time I was there. So I just kind of got away from traveling. After I ended up having my own children, is pretty much what stopped it. I didn't have my kids till I was in my 30s, and my youngest when I was in my 40s. And when I had them, then I stopped traveling. But other than that, I was there constantly. Sometimes I go over and stay for a year, so, but when I go back, I pick the accent up, which is fun.
Yeah. I want to get to Ireland. I've been through Ireland twice, but I was military.
I've never been there.
So I was, passing through. They wouldn't let us out of the airport. We would land there and they would refuel and all that. We couldn't leave out of the airport, but we got a really good look at it from
Mhm.
the air as we came. It just looks so beautiful to me. I really want to get to Ireland, and
Yeah.
I love the accent. The people that worked in the airport, I just talked and talked. I just wanted to hear them talk.
And it's so funny because people don't realize that Ireland is a divided country. Northern Ireland belongs to the UK, and the rest of
Yeah,
Ireland, and we have 6 counties, and then the rest of Ireland, which is the Republic of Ireland, has 26 counties, and the accent's completely different. Ours is a
some
little bit
different areas.
closer to the Scottish accent, a little bit closer because we're very close to Scotland. But I'm
Yeah,
60 years old, so when I was there, the troubles were still going on because I was from Belfast. And so, I remember the army trucks coming through and the fighting and the bombing and everything going on. So my mother really felt like my stepfather kind of saved us from that when he brought
yeah,
us over here, so it was a
yeah,
war zone
and
when I was there.
maybe he did.
Yes,
Maybe he did.
yes.
But it just looks so pretty to me. And Santi and I, we play music, and we kind of run around with the bluegrass circles, and they love that kind of music over there.
Oh, yes, yes.
So I want to get over there one of these
We're
days.
gonna do a land tour. That's what I want.
Yeah, we're gonna do a land tour.
A land tour.
Now, our youngest son, got to be a youth ambassador when he was he a senior or junior in high school? He was in high school.
He was in the 9th grade. You
Was
told
it
me when
ninth
he
grade?
went over there.
Yeah, he went to England,
Oh,
Scotland,
nice.
Wales,
Nice.
Ireland.
Ireland, England, Scotland,
made
Wales.
the loop. President, I think it was Roosevelt started that.
It was a people to people is what it was.
Yeah, he felt like if we could put our children with their children and let them start getting to know each other at a young age, and by the time they were adults, countries would get along better and all that stuff. So it was a program that was started way back.
Oh, yes.
And
Yes, I remember the program.
yeah, they stayed with host families over there and got a taste of the local, flair. And
Yes.
Each one got a different family.
I think I remember
Okay.
those programs going on. They were also trying to do, because one of the biggest things was the Protestants and the Catholics fighting. My family didn't care who you were. You were welcome in our house. My grandparents, they had no feeling that they didn't care what your religion was. But other people, that's what was going on. So I remember they did programs where they brought Irish Catholics over and put them in a house with Protestant families to try to get past all that, So
make people realize that no matter what you are, we're still people.
exactly. Yes.
Still
Yes.
people, and we all basically have the same basic wants and needs and goals and all that.
Yeah.
But so, how long have you been writing books, and how many do you have out there? What's your total number of books?
Well, in 2020, my mother passed away, and she had colon cancer, and I had been taking care of her, and she passed away about a month before COVID hit. And I had been working part-time. I was an academic advisor at our local college, a local state college, and I was working part-time because I had to take care of her. And as she got worse, I had to pull back my hours. Well, when COVID hit, only the people that were full-time got to go and work from home because they closed the college. And anybody that was part-time, we pretty much got laid off. And that is pretty much when I stopped working. So then I thought to myself, what do I want to do? And I took her death very, very hard. It's still hard for me.
It's difficult to lose a parent.
It just blew me away. And plus I was 24/7 taking care of her. So I didn't know what to do with myself. So I started looking at kind of different things, where I could stay home but make some money, because I just didn't want to go out with people anymore. I didn't want to be around people. And I thought to myself, what is my passion? What do I like to do? And then I came across self-publishing, on Amazon. And I mean, it's definitely not any kind of get rich quick scheme. You just, it just doesn't happen unless you're just a But I thought, well, let me look at some of the things. And I actually learned off of YouTube different videos what the process and how you do it. So I started out doing, let me do some like log books. for different things. And so I had all kinds of logbooks, like even a logbook of keeping up with your medications and different things like that. Logbooks
Right.
on traveling, checklists and everything. If you're traveling in your RV or stuff, it was just all kinds of things that I did. Coloring books, activity books, journals, diaries. And I had tons of those. And I thought, well, this is okay, but it doesn't excite me that much. And I thought, you know what? I've been writing stories since I was a little kid, making up stories and writing little stories. And passion was my writing. And I thought, I really love, when I used to do story time with my children in all the preschools that I worked in, I loved doing that. And sometimes I'd make up little stories with them. And that's where I kind of got the idea with, let me write some stories with some good themes in it. And maybe some little funny stories that little kids would like, make it very, very colorful. And that's how I ended up doing it. And there's about 30 something, I've lost count now, I gotta go back and look. There's about 30 something children's books. But if you also add on all the other books I've done, I have over 200 and something books on Amazon.
I just thought I was thinking we've got family members that are teachers, and some of them are teaching young children, and we have one in particular that teaches in a rural,
Less fortunate.
less
area.
fortunate.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I don't want to use the word poor, but really it's a poor area, and they don't get a lot of what is in your books. They don't get a lot of that at home.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just thinking, I think she gets grant money to be able to buy books and stuff for her room. I'm gonna ask her, and if she can, I'm gonna steer her towards your books.
Well,
Maybe
thank
she'll be
you.
able to buy some for her classroom,
Mhm.
because that's a big thing. Some of the things she tells us that those kids say and do, it just
It's sad.
tells me that their home environment is not the best.
And they're
You know,
way grown
they-
up more than they should be. They know things they
Yes.
shouldn't know at the age that they are.
A whole lot they shouldn't know at that age.
Exactly. It's very sad. Yeah.
She's teaching like second grade.
First grade.
First grade. She's teaching first grade.
Oh, yeah.
And you would not believe some of the stuff that comes out of those kids' mouths, what they see at home and hear at home.
I don't doubt it.
It's incredible.
I don't
But
doubt it.
yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to ask her about that, because I think she's gotten pretty good at it, knowing how to do the paperwork for grants and stuff to be able to buy stuff for her classroom. I'm gonna show your books to her. Maybe
Well, thank you.
maybe she can get some for her classroom. Yeah.
Thank you. But yeah, these
Right.
are definitely my passion. I mean, these books, I'm so proud of myself. It's like the first time I was really proud of something that I created was when I would order an author copy, my own copy, and it would come to me and I'd look at it. And because, Amazon, since it's self-publishing, what they do is they take a percentage of the book. If
Right.
I have to price it a certain way, they take a percentage, and I want to keep the price low.
Sure.
And they will print on demand. So I create the cover, I create the inside, I create everything, and then I upload it to them, and they're the ones that will print it for me. So when someone orders it, that's when it gets printed and sent. So
So I know you probably think about it, and I know I'm thinking about it now. But you say you're proud of yourself, and I know you are. But you got to realize that every time a child reads one of those books, you'll probably never meet that child, never know the effect it
Yeah.
has, but it has to have some sort of positive effect on every child that ever reads one of your books.
well, I
You
would
know,
hope
and
so.
that's-
I would
yeah,
hope
that's
so.
gonna have influences on people, and it'll it'll affect their life, and you'll never see all the rewards that are probably
Yeah.
come from those books. So I just thought I'd tell you, give yourself a pat on the back.
Thank you. Thank you. I even get excited when I can't see who buys them, but I can see
Right.
where they bought it. So I can see
Yeah.
what that United Kingdom just bought these books. Japan just bought these books. Spain just bought these books. And I am blown away when another country buys the books, because they can be Amazon, they can go international. And I'm like, wow.
Well, why don't you bring that up? So if someone in Japan buys the book, does Amazon have the ability to print that book in Japanese?
Not unless I did it in Japanese. So these are probably ones that speak English. It might even be, families that are on bases, American bases. You never know. And
most countries have English as a second language.
Yeah.
But we're one of the few countries that don't have second languages.
Yeah.
Most countries can speak and understand English, but yeah, that thought just popped in my head. If somebody, say in Japan or China bought the book, does Amazon have the ability to print that book in their language?
I would have to do it in their language, like even Spanish. I'd have to write it and in Spanish, and then it would be printed in Spanish. But I would have to do it because I do all the creation of it. All they're doing is printing it and packaging.
They just print whatever you send them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the hardest thing that took me a while was getting all the dimensions of the books, because when you upload it, you have to have those dimensions of the interior and the cover and everything so perfect. And that took me a while, but now I got that down.
Yeah.
But here's another one that just made me think of it, because I'm thinking of, like you were talking about, kids knowing things that they shouldn't know, and some self-esteem and realizing some things. This one's called Rosina Learns About Inner Beauty. Okay. That's about a rose who thinks she is the most beautiful flower in the garden and doesn't care what anybody else looks like. But when people come to visit the garden and they start looking at all the other flowers, then a butterfly starts to whisper in her ear about, look what's happening here. It's more than just what you look like on the outside. It's also what you are on the inside. And, so that's another one that's kind of saying, beauty is deep. And just because you're a rose doesn't mean that these other flowers aren't beautiful.
Oh, I know a lot of pretty people that are terrible people.
Yeah, so do I. So do I.
Terrible people.
Yeah.
So are you working on anything right now? Can you give us a scoop on the next one that's coming out?
I don't have one that I'm working on right now. I'm trying to remember the last one I just finished. Which I'm trying to think of. I've got like a bunch of in front of me. Let me see here. Oh, this one is about Kitty Bo Bitty is shy. So if you have a shy child,
I just wanted to have some news.
Thank you. That's a please and thank you book.
News that no one's heard before.
Pardon?
I wanted to have some breaking news that no one's heard before. The new book that's coming out that nobody knows about.
I will send that to you as soon as I get on that.
So when you get through the book and you do it with Amazon, you said they send you a copy.
I'll request a copy.
So you can actually physically look at it and make sure everything's good to go and it's the right dimension.
I can actually look at it online. I can look at each page to see if anything doesn't look right. And if I ever, and this has happened before, I had a book one time and I had one word that was misspelled in the whole book, and that drove me crazy. But I can go back in, I can correct it, and then it goes live again, what it's called live, and with the correction, and then when it goes out, it's all corrected, because that drives me crazy when I find that. But
are your books numbered? Do you get like number one of each print?
No, they're not numbered. They're not
numbered.
But I can tell, like, it shows me this went live in February. This went live in January. I know. In the order that I did them. That's why, unless I look up, I can't remember the last one I just did. Because because I don't think I've ordered the author copy of that one. But as soon as I'm
Right.
about to release one, I'll certainly let you know, and then you'll get the scoop on it. What I
That's
normally
right.
do is, like I said, I go on my, like I said, it's called Author and then Karen Honest on Facebook. It's open to the public. I will put new release coming or new releases just, but I put it on there as well. And I also have story time on there where I actually read the stories. So that's where I usually release it, is on the Facebook, that here it's coming soon, or I just released it. And I think Amazon kind of knows my book so well that it used to take about a week before they would release it. Now they release it the next day. So I thought I must have got good with those dimensions or
So,
something.
yeah, so you've been with them long enough now. They know you got your act together,
They know,
and they can
and
go ahead.
they'll release it right away. And they will let me know if there's one little thing that's out of sync. I get a thing, fix this, and then I have to fix it and send it back in. But like I said, I've kind of got those measurements all down now, you know. So,
Good deal.
but it's fun and I enjoy it. And I certainly hope that anybody that orders them enjoys them. Like I said, it's my passion, and it's just it's like my one of my babies now is making these books. But it just comes to me. I have to sit and think of what's a subject that a young child really needs to understand on their level. And I could go to
Yeah.
bed and wake up the next morning and go, I'm going to write a story about a caterpillar that doesn't want to be a butterfly because he doesn't like change. It'll just pop into my head when I'm sleeping, and I'll get up the next day and I'll be working all day long on that book. So,
And that seems like a simple topic, but to a young child, uh, change is a big thing.
absolutely, it was for
It's
me.
a big thing to them, to where us as adults, we've learned to roll with it
Yeah.
to a degree. They have not found that attitude yet of how to handle big things that come at them. So that's a good idea.
Yeah, and I mean that was one of my favorite books that I wrote, because I was like that when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I didn't want to change. I mean, there were times when we had to move. If you've ever had to move in the middle of a school year, everybody else already has their friends. That might be a book I might do, but everybody else has, their friends, and here you come in the middle of the school year. You don't know anybody, and that was a really hard change for me anytime I had to do that. So,
We made a big move when our children were young, but our daughter was in, I think, the 9th grade, and she had been at the same school, little small school,
mhm.
and we pulled her out of the 9th grade and moved 4 hours away, and she went to a school. It was a 6A school. They had over 400 kids in the band. That's how big the school was. So she went from this little school
Ooh,
where
big change.
she knew everybody and she had known them since she was in kindergarten or preschool, to a big school where she knew nobody, a new town. So it was harder on her than the other two. The other two were younger.
Yeah,
I think the youngest one was going into 2nd grade and the other one was going into 5th grade. It wasn't near as hard on them, but it was really hard on her
I
making
bet.
that big of a change. Maybe I'll buy her that book. She's 40 now, but she might still be hurting from it. So
It
maybe
stays
I'll
with
get
you.
her
Oh,
that
it
book.
stays with you. I didn't even want to go to school. I'd be like, I'm not going. I'm not going. So I understand, that I'm not going to change. I'm not going to do that. And so, everybody thinks
She,
a caterpillar to a butterfly is the most wonderful thing. But to this caterpillar, why? Why do I need to do
yeah,
that? Even though it was
yeah,
something, and the thing about it is, it was a change that he couldn't stop. It was a change like when you're
right,
growing up, or something physical happens to you during puberty. You know what I mean? Things that you cannot stop was the kind of change he was going to go through. He was going to be a butterfly, whether he liked it or not. So that was
yeah,
kind of where I'm kind of saying in the story, where everybody's talking to him about, oh, sometimes you got to change, but look at the good side of it. And
yeah.
in the beginning, he just wasn't having it. So, I can relate to that too. So, but yeah, it is one of
Well,
my favorite ones.
our daughter's grown now, and she looks at it from adult eyes, and she understands why we did what we did, and
Yeah.
she knows that we need to, and it was the right thing to do.
Right.
But we have always been, kind of compassionate with her and told her we understand how this affected you. We know how hard this was on you. We don't want her to think that we're not empathetic to or sympathetic to how she was feeling. But she's grown now, got kids of her own, and she's doing fine. But that was a hard move for her. It was.
Yeah. But I just try to think of things that, like I said, they can relate to, like this one I got sitting here. That one's called Twin for Sale. My grandmother was an identical twin. And I know
For sale.
Twin for Sale. And my grandmother being an identical twin, I mean, they were dressed the same. They had to do the same thing. And this book's about how these twins don't want to be the same. But the teacher sits them next to each other. They're in the same activities. They don't even want to dress the same, but they're trying to figure out how to tell their mom and dad and how to tell everybody around, we're two different people, So
Yeah.
this is a very simple little story about these twins who are like, I like this color and she likes that color, and I like this activity and she likes that. So that was another idea I kind of got from my grandma. My grandma would tell me stories about her and her identical twin, which I could never tell apart. But
and it's funny because I've known some twins, not a lot, but I've known some, and you're right. Some of them embellished and enjoyed being identical, and they wanted to wear the same clothes, and they wanted to look the same, and they wanted all that, and they were very close. And then there were others that were like you're talking about. They didn't want to wear the same clothes.
Right.
They didn't want to have the same style and haircut and all that stuff, and they wanted different friends. And they did not dislike each other,
right.
but they wanted their own identity.
These twins are the same in the story. Their whole thing is they didn't know they had a choice. And their mother just thought, oh, they're so cute, they're twins, let's twin them up. But they didn't realize they had a choice, and they had the mother help realize, oh, you do have a choice. I didn't know you didn't know you had a choice, that they had a choice. They could dress the same or they could not dress the same, but it was up to them. They were old enough to make that decision. So.
I had to turn my mic off. I have to apologize for my wireless doorbell over there. She'll start barking, and she's pretty loud. So I turned my mic off.
Kitty's out there.
Yeah.
But
the cat made the ring go off.
I want to thank
go
you
ahead.
for inviting me on it. Very, very nice of you to do that. I first saw you over, I think I don't remember whether it was on Georgie's or whether it was on Veterans. It was somebody's channel when I got to see you guys. But I really appreciate, allowing me to be able to talk about the books, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, matter of fact, there's Mr. Coop just came in now.
Oh, I know Mr. Coop. Hi, Mr. Coop. I'm on my phone doing this, so I'm sorry to anybody if you've said anything in the chat. I cannot read the chat because my eyesight is not the best with this small of a phone. But hi, Mr. Coop.
He just came in and he said, he's giving us kudos for having a guest on board. So I gotta give props to Mr. Coop and them. They turned me on to this platform and how to do this, and they've helped me a lot. And Mr. Coop, this is our Karen. This is Karen's books, and we've been talking about her books and basically her story and how she came from Ireland. She was just a poor black child and came from Ireland. I'm just being funny.
I love that.
But yeah, and she's got the credentials to write children's books and more. And we've had a wonderful time talking about it, and we'll do it again. We'll do this again. And I really am. I'm going to talk to my sister-in-law and see if she can't buy some of your books for her classroom. And if any of you guys have people in the education industry and they can buy stuff for their classroom or what have you, turn them on to Miss Karen's books. Well, Karen, thank you so much for coming with us today and telling us your story and sharing your books with us. And if you decide to do a page or something, a channel, we'll help you all we can. We really will.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm thinking about it. We'll see. Well, thank you. You go have a good night. I actually have to
All
go
right.
get some dinner ready because we haven't eaten yet. So when you popped
Is
on,
this going to be an Irish dinner or an American
it's going to
dinner?
be pork chops, it's vegetables. That's what we're having tonight.
Tell me, are you still in Tennessee? I can't remember
No,
where
I'm
you're at.
actually in Florida now.
Florida.
My
Okay.
when my mother and my stepfather they ended up moving to Florida, like they retired and they moved to Florida. And my stepfather ended up, I've been through this twice. My stepfather got pancreatic cancer. And
Hmm.
so when he passed away, we moved down here because I didn't, my mother was in this country with all her family in another country. And I was living
Right.
actually in Northern Virginia at the time, with my ex-husband. For his work, we moved up there, and she wanted to be on this at least the same coast as me. So they retired over into Florida. So I came down. We ended up coming down here because I didn't want her to be alone, and it was expensive up there, and that's how I ended up here. So I've been here about 20 years in Florida. So my my three kids have been born in 3 different states.
Now, are they all grown and gone now?
I have a 28-year-old, a 25-year-old who just got out of the Air Force this week. So he'll be coming home, I think, Friday. And then I had my baby when I was 43. On my 43rd birthday, we have the same birthday. So I turned 60 and she turned 17. So I'm an older mom. So she's a junior and she's training to be a pilot. So she's taking
Outstanding.
flying lessons right now. She's getting, going to be taking her written flight test and everything. That's what she wants to do. Airplanes follow me. My stepdad was an aerospace engineer. My husband now is an aircraft mechanic and inspector. And I've just been around planes all my life, so I'm not surprised.
Well, our
So,
youngest son is flying F-16s. He's in Alaska. That's the one that's in
okay.
Alaska.
All right.
Yeah. So when the interception of the jets goes on up there from another country across the pond, he's one of those doing that. And he kind of followed my footsteps. I was pilot in the Army,
Oh, okay.
and then I did some on the civilian side also.
Yeah, my
But
husband was
yeah,
in the Army.
he's flying the jets. So I'm proud. I'm an old has-been. I've been retired for a number of years.
Yeah.
Our oldest son, he was in the Air Force, and he got out and he came home. So most like yours, he's our middle child.
Yep,
And
my middle
he's
one.
home.
My middle one is
Got
going
what
to
we
be
need.
heading home Friday, I believe. He's got the base house until Friday, from what information I can get out of him.
Well, I know you'll be glad to see him.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
we like Florida. We went down and visited the villages not too long ago. Well, last summer, and man, I loved it. That was so much fun. I don't want to move there. They got too many rules and all that. But I do want to visit it every year. Just go hang out and listen to music and play golf and have fun.
Yeah.
They have a lot of fun.
I'm
All right, Derek.
I'm about an hour north of Tampa. So I'm on the Gulf.
Okay.
I'm on the Gulf side. And unfortunately, with all the stuff with the hails going on, I'm like 2 counties down from Levi County where all that's going on. So, but
Yeah, I enjoy watching that, Mr. Coop and them, and they're keeping up with all that. I really enjoy watching and listening to what's going on, but I don't want to get involved with it.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
just not
I
my
like the legal aspect, but I like the legal aspect of a lot of cases. I like the
right.
legality. So I've watched all kinds of different cases, and when that one became such a big court case, that's what caught my interest.
Have
So
you done a book? Have you done a book for children to address divorce and separation of parents?
no, I haven't, but that's a really good idea. Yeah.
You heard it here first.
There you go. You send me ideas and I will come up with it. Yep. No, I haven't done that one yet.
Yeah, I bet, especially young ones, they probably have trouble struggling with that.
Mm-hmm. And 2
Just
families. Like I got divorced
Yeah.
and my kids went back and forth. But
Yeah.
between my ex and I. So yeah, I can even personally relate to, what they had to go through with that.
Well, that's what made me think of it. You were talking about the divorces going on and all that.
Right.
And I'm in your corner now. I'm trying to help.
Hey, if you get any ideas, send them my way.
I sure will. Well, Karen, thank you so much.
Thank,
I'm going to let you go ahead and get to your dinner, and
thank
we'll do
you.
this again sometime. Thanks for being our first guest.
Thank you so much. Oh, I'm your first guest? Awesome. I didn't know that.
All right. Bye-bye,
Bye
Karen.
bye.
Bye.
Well, there you go. Karen's books, she's been several times. I know all of y'all have seen her on the different streams y'all are doing. She always comes in and she comments, and we always see Miss Karen. And we talked a little bit. I think we were watching Mr. Coop and Georgie, and we got to talking about her books and different things. And then once that stream was over, we continued our conversation afterwards and decided to do what we did tonight. And if you guys get a chance, I've still got Karen Anez's books on Amazon. I've still got that on there. Go take a look at her books on Amazon. And if we can show her some love, show her some love. Order a book for one of your children or grandchildren, or if you know somebody in education that might could buy a few books for a classroom or a library or something, Thank you, Miss PJ. I thought it went awesome too. I really enjoyed hearing her story and what she does and how she came about doing it and all that stuff. She has quite the education to back up what she's doing. She's just not some random person out there trying to write books. She has the credentials and knows how to write those books for that level. I'm looking forward to our grandkids having some of those books. All right, your turn.
I'm tired now.
You're tired of listening to me. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. We'll have to do that again. Sure will. All right, folks, we've been on here for almost an hour and a half, and we had a really good time talking with Miss Karen. I hope y'all enjoyed that.
See a face with for a
Hey,
name.
we got to see a face with the name. Sure did. Miss PJ is called author / Karen A. We did step out and we tried something new, Mr. Coop, and it worked out good. I'm going to have a hard time topping that if we get another guest on. Maybe we'll just have to do Miss Karen. Well, for certain, the next time she has a book come out, we're certainly going to do this again so she can tell us about her new book. Mr. Cooper, you and Georgie going to do y'all's thing this evening? I've got to get with you, Mr. Coop, or Georgie, or somebody, and I need to learn how to do a redirect so I can send this to one of y'all's. And I pretty well figured out how to set up mods, but I might need to talk to y'all offline about maybe who we want to have as a mod. I'm going to share one more time. Let's see.
Get it right there.
So there's Amazon, and there's some of Miss Karen's books right here. She's got a whole plethora. That's my big word for the day. She has a plethora of books on Amazon. Not going to do it tonight. Okay. Well, I was going to tell everybody to come watch y'all stuff if y'all were going to do it tonight. So Coop and Georgie are not going to have their afternoon stream today. Georgie is on vacation. She has too much suntan lotion on to sit in front of a computer. Got a video on. Okay. All right. Sounds good. I appreciate that. Okay. We're going to sign off. Thanks everybody for coming in and chatting and hitting the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to all the other channels that we have feeding in the feed right there.
They don't have anything until their daily stream.
Okay. I will have the bird feeder back on in the morning, starting at 7 o'clock Central. And I'm running it for 2 hours. We've pretty well named the regular birds, but as new birds come in, we'll try to name them. We'll name them until it gets to be too many to keep up with. Yep, Georgie's on the beats. All right, bye guys. Thank y'all for stopping in, and y'all have